Shane, Southtown bought us a hammer. Thank you very much. It's a 12-team Superflex Start 10 PPR, 1.5 tight end premium. His team is Love, Watson, at running back JT and Cook, wide receiver Amon-Ra, DK Metcalf, Flowers, JSN, and then at tight end Ingram. As far as picks, has the 106, 206, 306, and all future picks. The trade is trade Amon-Ra in the 306 for London, the 104 and 204. 12-team Superflex Start 10. Shane, go ahead.
So I'm guessing he's trying to do this because he wants to add to his quarterback room. So he wants to add Daniels or May or whoever falls there. I don't want to do that. I mean, we already have Amon-Ra St. Brown, whose name I love pronouncing and enunciate it very well.
You actually did crush that. Yeah, go ahead.
I don't think I'm doing this. I think I'm just going to hold on to ARSB. I like London. I mean, the 104 is fine. It's a process trade, right? Yeah, this is tough. I think I'm going to hold. I'm going to hold ARSB. I understand the concern with Love and Watson, but rookie quarterbacks are a crapshoot. So if you end up making this deal and one of those quarterbacks busts out, you literally made this deal for London in a 204. And I like London, but ARSB is a top 5 dynasty receiver. So I'm going to pass on the deal.
I am too. It just doesn't feel right. And the fact that he's got 106, 206, 306, is it not an active league or something? Because, I mean, he's on live streams talking about Dynasty Football, right? I don't know. I'm just not feeling it. I'm not feeling it right now. Thank you for that hammer, Southtown. We're going to pass. Let's go to 3 hammers from BG. Thank you very much. It's a 12-team Superflex PPR, no tight end premium Start 9. His QBs are Allen, Purdy, and Cousins. Running backs are Kyron, Kamara, Aaron Jones, and Cans. Wide receivers, A.J. Brown, Puka, Kupp, Keenan Allen, Godwin. And that tight ends, Goddard and Kraft. 0 picks, 24 through 26. Only 2-round rookie draft, though. Went hard last year, going for the 3-peat, lost in the finals. Good for you, though, man. Should I start tearing down? Go further all in and try to get another hammer at wide receiver instead? What do you think? It's a 12-team Superflex Start 9.
So if you have no picks, right?
0 picks, and he has old people that are tough to sell.
How are you going in further? You know what I mean? Like, you think you can't combine Keenan and Godwin into another wide receiver? You would love to, but it's not like you can turn those two into, I don't know. We already have A.J. Brown, so not him. But, you can't turn 2 old people into a viable receiver. Me, would I tear down? Start 9. I hate tearing down. But you have absolutely no picks, and I don't care. It's only 2 rookie rounds. Or there's only 2 rounds. You don't have firsts for 24, 5, 6. That's 3 years. That's an eternity. By the time you can make a rookie pick, Keenan's going to be retired. Godwin's retired. Those cans are going to rust it. Goddard's not that great. Kupp's gone.
Man. I'm quote unquote going for it. And if we're 4 weeks in, 5 weeks in, and it's not looking great, whenever the schedule seems to start taking shape, or the league standings rather, then you can make some moves. People are going to want to buy some of these points that are on your team, but the time isn't now to try to consolidate a couple of them. If the league is sharp in a Start 9, nobody's going to take, like you said, Shane, a couple of those old guys for a nice piece. So,
and like you said, though, I can see how the beginning of the season turns out, because honestly, you're not going to get a premium for any of the older players that you have right now, like A.J. Brown, older in quotes. You'll get a better return for him in season. Same with Kamara.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, thanks again for those hammers. So we got one from Small Farm Guy. Thank you very much. 10-team Superflex PPR, no tight end premium Start 10. Quarterbacks are Allen, Burrow, Watson, Danny Dimes. Running backs, Brees, Chuba, Kendre, Singletary. Wide receivers, Olave, Devonta, DJ Moore, T, London, Godwin. At tight end, Andrews and Fant. Has the 106, 204, and a 25-second. Got Josh Allen for Metcalf, Stafford, and the 103. So what do you think about that? He's about to talk about another trade.
I mean, he absolutely smashed that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Stafford.
It's a dream way of getting Josh Allen.
The 103, it could be neighbors. Could be Drake May, the QB2 of the class. It's a what's the word I'm looking for? You paid, but I'm fine with making this payment. You gave up a wide receiver 2, you gave up a
Uh,
QB2 high end that's probably on his last year or two in the
Think
league. And
think
then
of
the
it
103.
this think of it this way. Josh Allen is worth so much more than the 101. Metcalf is worth, let's call it, what do you think? 107, 108? And
I'll give you
then
the 109.
yeah, exactly. Stafford is like a throw in or a required thing. And then the 103, that is such a cheap way to get up to Josh Allen's value. Love it. Yeah. So the next one is then got Devontae, London, and the 106 for CD Lamb and Michael Mayer. He said, did I make my team better overall with both of these? And what should be the focus now? So yeah, it's a smash for us on the first one. What's the other one? Traded Devontae, London, and the 106 for CD.
And how many starters was this?
It's a start 10. That one is
I mean, you certainly paid up. I mean, it feels like it's a Devonta Smith too heavy or a Drake London too heavy, doesn't it?
excuse me. Just to clear that up. He got Devontae Smith, London, and the 106 for CD Lamb and Michael Mayer.
All right.
Just to clean that up. Yeah, I like that. I like that. I was kind of worried it was the other way, and I was like, that's very pricey CD, even
So
though it's a 10-team start 10. Go ahead.
yeah, so clearly I was advocating against the trade when we thought he
Yeah,
traded
yeah,
that deal.
exactly.
So I'm going to be
Yeah.
fine with the deal. I think that's a good return for CD. You've got some depth at wide receiver.
They're all
and
startable.
not bad depth either. And the fact that you're naming Devontae and for some in London right off 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, looking at your wide receiver room, I'm guessing you needed that. You've got a couple guys that hopefully can step up into that wide receiver 1 tier, Olave in London. If one of them does that, you're going to be in really good shape. So, yeah, I like that deal.
Yeah,
Future focus.
I wanna
Okay.
get up. I wanna move up and somehow get Neighbors or Marv looking at this because I have the 106. I'm like in striking distance where I can have a conversation with those managers. So that's something that I'm looking at. 10 teams start 10.
I
You've got a
mean,
bunch, you've got a bunch of wide receivers, but you like there's no hammers. I'm not looking at any hammers.
well, how about this? How about you go to the 101 owner and you go, would you like Joseph Barrow? Give me that 101 and a mid-second. It's a 10-team start 10. Scarcity of quarterback is less. His profile is less sexy than other quarterbacks in that type of league, Russian quarterback
Yeah.
specifically. Add Marv to this, then I think we're cooking with fire grease.
Fire grease, baby.
Fire grease.
Speaking of fire grease, we got 3 hammers from Iron Man Fantasy. Thank you very much. That's got to be a channel of sorts. So if you're listening, check out Iron Man Fantasy. Just Google that. It's a 1 QB tight end premium PPR start 10. We don't know how many teams. We'll assume it's, likely 10. Okay. Fields at quarterback, Roshan at running back, Dobbs, Wicks, May, and Cans. 102, 105, 108, 110. Then he has the 201, 4, 7, and 8 in all 2025s. How would you manage picking in tiers and trading back within the tier to obtain more picks this year, next year, and or players? Man, I remember having to clean this one up. I shouted out Iron Man Fantasy, but I was like, damn it. I had to pick the banners for this one. Go ahead.
I mean, so one, it's a 1 quarterback league, so I don't want to trade back. Not even a little bit. Now, can I kick 108 or 110 to 2025 for a future first? Sure, I'll do that. But 102, I'm not moving back. I'm taking Neighbors 105. We'll see who's there. I don't know what the premium is. I'm guessing that Brock Bowers is likely off the board, but maybe Roma Dunze is there. I'm not trading back the 102 or the 105. Not in this format. 1 quarterback. No.
It's tough because this team is nowhere near ready
Right.
to win.
I get
Nowhere
that.
near.
No, but he should not be moving those picks for multiple picks in my mind. Because
Yeah.
especially trading back in this league draft or even next draft. If you can trade the 108, 110 future first, let's do that. How does he have May already? That's a good question. Very good
No,
question,
that's
Johnny
that's a
Detroit.
typo by me. It's Mayor. Yeah,
No,
because I was thinking to myself, do you want to package the 108 and 110 and see how high you can get? But your team isn't good enough to do that, even though it's a shallow league. So yeah, like Shane said, I'm trying to punt and collect some. I want to walk out of this draft with 325 first, and Malik Neighbors, and then whatever else. Okay. Hopefully we answered that question. Appreciate those three hammers. So I guess I should say first off, too, for anybody who's new listening or needs a little bit of a brush up, when we say start nine, we're talking about how many players you start in your lineup each week, not including kicker and defense. So count down the line of your roster. Kicker and defense are not real people. They don't pay taxes, apparently, and it's tax season. So yeah, that's what that means. We've said it 100 times. Let's go to Luke. Thank you for your hammer, sir. It's kind of funny saying that, by the way. 10 team Superflex, start 12, tiered PPR. It's only 1.5 for tight ends. Mahomes, Watson, Rogers at quarterback. Charbonnet, Cans at running back. Alave, Waddle, JSN, Jaden Reed, Godwin, Christian Watson, and a couple other pieces at wide receiver. Whatever, I'll name them off. Hollywood and Downs. It's a start 12. McBride at tight end, and the 102, who he's picked Marv or Neighbors already. Okay. He also has the 203 for 209, 225 first, and 225 seconds. He's got an inbox trade here, Shane. It is Puka and a 25 second for the 102. Then he has another question, but you doing that, Puka and a 25 second for the 102 with this team?
10 team. It's super flex. I love.
I 100.
Yeah,
I am. He
I
needs to.
love Puka, but nah, dude, you're gone. 102 in a super flex league. We're looking at Caleb or Marvin Harrison. I take either of those players without a doubt over Puka. And I don't even care what the extra was. I forget what the extra was. What was he throwing in?
25 second. Yeah. Whatever.
Nah, that's fine.
So and then he says flip JSN or Reed for a contending wide receiver like DK plus. Okay, so he's talking about hopefully tearing down from JSN, and then Jaden Reed and DK, they're probably pretty similar in terms of their market value right now, right? Maybe DK a tick above, but kind of the same. So yeah, if I could get any plus on top of DK for Jaden Reed, or I'm not tacking on any small piece to get Jaden Reed. See that?
Yeah, I'm absolutely smashing that if I can get a plus with DK for either of those players. And look, Reed had a really good rookie season, so that's the one I would contemplate harder, but I'm still going to do it.
Yep. All right, good stuff. We got 3 hammers from Jammer. He says Jammer. It's his home league, 10 team Superflex, start 9, no tight end premium. Quarterbacks, Mahomes and Hurts. Running backs, Chubb, Charb, and Chase. Wide receivers, Puka, Kirk, and then he has Ferguson at tight end. Has the 101, 102, 104, 106, 201, and a 25 first. He said he traded JSN, the 108, 109, 25 first, 26 first for Mahomes, the 104, and Chubb. League acted like I overpaid for Mahomes. I'm going to stop there for a second because the other comment's just going to confuse us. So traded JSN 108.9 and then 2 future firsts for Mahomes, the 104. I don't think that's an overpay at all. Are you kidding me?
If you stick that into a calculator,
he got the 2 best pieces in the deal.
Yeah, I mean, look, for Mahomes, right? Just for Mahomes, he did that. So it's basically 5 first for Mahomes, but 2 of them are late, 108 and 109. We already know they're late. JSN, if you want to consider him a first, he's a late first himself, 108, 109. 26 first, you got 2 years to get that back. 25 first,
and it's a lot, 10 team. It's a 10 team start 9.
Yeah.
So that the overpay thing, you're in great shape. Keep hanging with us. We'll continue to get better with you, and you can smoke that league if they think that's bad overpay.
And if you're going to overpay, like Clay said, it should be in a league like this. And then I just went, you listed off all the other freaking picks you still have. So it's not even like your asset pool.
Yeah.
Now. So 100%, I'd make this deal.
Yeah. Nicely done. Okay. Let's go to, oh, whoops. There's another part here from Jammer. And he gave us 3 hammers. 3 hammers from Jammer. He says, are you targeting for elite running back and wide receiver with the 1-on-1, or just take Caleb if it's not close value? Already top 3 team with mid running back room. Love the show, guys. Okay. So, of course, I deleted the team, but we remember it generally. Targeting for elite running back plus. I'm not worried about a running back. Shit.
I mean,
I'm trying
in
to
this
think. Is
format,
Yeah, with like Brees or something like that. I wish I hadn't deleted that damn thing.
I mean, in this format, yeah, I might go. Can I get Bijan? Can I get Gibbs? Can I get
Yeah.
Brees? Can not CMC, but I'm okay with that. And yes, I either way, I'm targeting an elite wide receiver and or running back, or not and or, because you're not going to get both for the 1-on-1. So that's you using that incorrectly. But yeah, no, I'll use the 1-on-1 as bait for that.
Here it is. Yeah, because this team is Mahomes, Hurts. Yeah, I'm not worried about like Caleb. He had mentioned Caleb in a comment. Not at all. Like I'll take a cheap Geno or something like that. Chubb and Charbonnet. Okay. Chase Puka. Yeah, I would buy a running back. I would buy. Why not? You've got the 104 to draft to. Yeah, I'm down to buy a hammer. Brees, Gibbs, HN. Maybe this is an HN team, Shane. You know,
Not
this
at
feels like an
1-on-1, but
no. Of course not. I'm talking about like with his other picks.
but that's what I was going to say. But the 104, maybe it's in play.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I always think about another piece being involved though, instead of trading just one pick for one player. So I'm finding a way to get HN as part of a deal. Anyway,
I mean, either way, yes, we're hammer hunting with the picks. If we can't
yeah.
get what we want, and I don't want, I'm not going to settle. If we can't get what we want, well, then I'll use the picks on, you know, Marvin Harrison and 104 Malik Neighbors.
Yeah, 100%. Okay. T Mill, thank you for the hammer. Says, appreciate the content. 12 team, 1 QB, no tight end premium, start 10. Quarterbacks are Stroud, Burrow, Stafford, Kyron, Gibbs, and Cans at running back, Puka, Garrett Wilson, Kirk Collins.
Kirk Collins? Is that
I
Phil
got
Collins? That's Phil Collins' nephew. Kirk Collins. I love Kirk Collins.
Oh, man, that's great. And Cans, other than Kirk Collins. Oh gosh, I see what I did. All right, T Hawk and Cans. I have, let's see, the 110 203. All right, so I'm going to clean this up a little bit.
Okay.
12 team 1 QB start 10. Shane, he's got okay. It is an inbox trade. Burrow and the 110 for CD and Swift. Must take this trade, right? Oh yeah, I answered this one. I answered this one on the page before the stream. But go ahead. I'll let you talk. 12 team 1 QB. Shane, you've got Stroud, Burrow, and Stafford at QB.
12 team, 1 QB, and the offer again was give up the 110 and Burrow for CD Lamb.
And Swift.
Yeah, I'd absolutely smash
I
that.
told him to smash it. I was like, listen, we're still going to address it tonight, but if it's still sitting there, just smash
like
it.
we need
it.
you to make sure you just go accept this deal right now so that it doesn't get pulled. Like it's
I'm going to assume I really hope he got that done.
What? If I got that offer in that league, I would be concerned for the safety of the gentleman or female woman, a lady. That's how you might call them, lady, that sent me that offer. I'd probably get a wellness check done on them because they've apparently hit their head and they could be in severe, what's the word I'm looking for? Trouble. Yeah.
Yeah, but you never know, man. Leagues can think that trades are lopsided in an illogical way.
Yeah, I hear you, but there's no way that you'd look at that and go, sure, give me Joe Burrow in a 110 and a 1 quarterback league over CD Lamb.
I know.
Absolutely.
I know.
None. No way.
Smashy poo. Okay. Got my hat all cocked.
Yeah,
3 hammers. 3 hammers from Sean. Thank you very much, man. 12 teams, start 10, no tight end premium. Burrow, A. Rich at quarterback, Olave, Rashi Rice, and Cans at wide receiver. Has the 102, 104, 107, 108, and 3 early seconds. Trying to avoid taking two QBs at the 102 and 104 since QB is the only position I'm okay at. Okay, so he laid out two options for trades or scenarios here. Option one, the 101 owner wants the 102 and 108 to move up. Tried 2 seconds, etc., but won't budge. I think it's too expensive, but 90% he's taking Marv, which is who I want. Okay, the option two is take Neighbors at 102. Caleb will go at 103. I have my pick of everything else. Go QB2, wide receiver trade out. Crazy to quote reach like that. So it sounds like he's wondering if he should give up this 102 and 108 to get Marv or stay put with Neighbors. Let's look at his. He
He doesn't
named
want
a
to.
he
Yeah, he
doesn't
doesn't want
have
to
enough
draft a wide.
pieces.
He doesn't want to draft a running back, or excuse me, a quarterback.
He doesn't have enough pieces to be trading 2-for-1 when you're just going
just
from
start 10.
Neighbors to Marv.
It's starting 10.
12 teams start 10, but look at how many pieces he has. Burrow, A-Rich, fine. Olave, Rice, and Cans.
There's more.
I mean, no, I know. There's picks though. There's picks, but there's nothing there, man. So I'm saying you can't trade the 108 and whatever. Yeah, 102 and 108 for 101.
So here's the problem though, right? So if he doesn't trade out or if he doesn't trade up, so yes, he's in the position where he's like, do I take Neighbors at 102 and then like Adunze at 104 just based off need? Because I definitely don't need a quarterback. And I definitely don't want to add another quarterback to this room. I mean, I guess go ahead and shop A-Rich and Burrow, specifically Burrow again, and see if maybe you can get multiple firsts for him and then redress it. Yeah, the fact that you only named 4 players
No,
is
I am staying. I like what you have pick wise here in 3 early seconds because you've got a lot of leverage over the board. And yeah, if you wanted, I would take Neighbors at 102, and then you can do some jockeying around. Like, can you move 10 back from 104 to 106, and then you've got 6, 7, 8, and then 3 early seconds. You can jockey around, but you need to acquire assets. No giving up 2-for-1s. You need to. Yeah, even though it's a start 10, you need to be getting pieces in return.
right. And
Okay.
and if he does go Neighbors at 102, I'm in a position where in one league I have the 102 and the 106, and 1,000% I wanted to take Neighbors at 102 because I knew a quarterback would fall to me if I could get up to the 105 or obviously earlier, and I cannot get up there. Because, if you take a quarterback at 102, there's no way Neighbors would be there at 105 or 106, excuse me.
Yeah.
But anyway, oh well, what are you going to do?
What are you going to do? All right. Thank you for those hammers. So we got one from Keep Fade Butt. Thank you very much. It's a 12-team Superflex start 10, no PPR, no tight end premium. What? No PPR? Hold on. I need to take a sip while
I don't know what that means.
Process that.
How do you keep score? There's no PPR. I'm completely befuddled.
Dude, it's straight standard scoring. Oh, he says right here. That's right. 6 point per passing touchdown. Dinosaurs run the league. So obviously QBs are king. Yes, 100%. Notables. He's got 2 good ones. Patrick Mahomes, CJ Stroud. At running back, Pacheco, Ramondre, Najee. Wide receivers, Olave, Ayuk, Nico, Christian Kirk, Hollywood. Tight end, Mark Andrews. In terms of picks, 106, and then thirds and fourths. He's got his 25 first rather in a couple seconds. Big question. By far the most valuable value on my team is QB. Would you trade Stroud to try and tier up from a good but not great wide receiver? If keeping both quarterbacks, how to get more hammers in the running back and wide receiver rooms. So I feel like what he's saying there, would you trade Stroud to try and tier up from a good but not great? So he's talking about moving Stroud for a lesser quarterback, tearing down from Stroud and then tearing up at a different position from, say, he's got like Nico. Can he move up from him, for example?
I'd 100% be okay with that. One, I'm probably trying to get a Russian mobile quarterback, but also who else has that profile like Stroud, but isn't looked at as what's the word I'm looking for? It isn't as coveted because they didn't just come off a record-breaking rookie season for a rookie. There you go. Record-breaking rookie season for a rookie. Record-breaking season as a rookie, but has the same type of profile that could put up similar numbers. Let's just look at a dude. Like
I
if
don't.
you could trade Jordan or CJ Stroud for Jordan Love and a stud wide receiver, I think you would absolutely be stoked to do so.
Yeah,
Brock
but
Purdy and a
it's
stud wide
it's non
receiver.
PPR. It's non PPR. Uh, Pacheco, Ramondre, Najee. Pacheco, Najee's fine. I imagine running backs are expensive, but I'm not worried about addressing wide receiver when I was looking at it more and looking at that room. I like my QB room, but yeah, I'd like to improve with one more running back.
One more
Obviously,
running back because it's
not gonna take one at 106, but what can you trade that 106 for the aforementioned? It's non PPR, so HN may not be the best fit. Like, can you pay that for Kyron
106. I'd be okay with
in
it.
this format, right?
Yeah, I honestly don't know because running backs are probably so
So
desired
expensive.
that I don't know that a 106 will get it done. But would I throw the 106 at Kyron Williams? Yes, I would. I'd also still throw it at a chain. I know it's not
Yeah.
PPR, whatever you call that. I don't know what you call that, but he still eats up yards. You know what I mean? So, and I think he will score a ton of long distance touchdowns. They probably have long distance scoring in that bonus points in that league.
There's definitely
Yeah, there's
other
definitely.
stuff.
Oh,
Yeah. And
breaking
some
news.
Google
We're going to
sheet
break
stuff.
news.
What's up?
Ready? Eric Bieniemy, the UCLA offensive coordinator
Are
and
you
associate head
kidding
coach.
me?
Dude, he was shut out of the pros. There was nothing he could do. No one wanted him in the pros.
I know, it's crazy. I know. It's just like I saw that and like my reaction was like it's kind of like sad. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, as a Commanders fan, I wanted him to to take well, I don't know about that. I wanted him to stay there. Not necessarily be the head coach, but I was rooting for him, man. Anyway, okay. We got 3 hammers from J.E. Ferrari. Thank you very much. You guys are awesome, he says. Straight to the point and consistent content. Keep it up. Appreciate it, man. That's what we try to do. 1 QB start 10. He lays it out. It's QB, 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end, 2 flexes. There is an IDP spot. And then, he lays out his bench and everything. No tight end premium. Purdy, Kyler, A-Rich, Bryce at quarterback, Achan, Gibbs, B-Rob, Cans at running back, Ayuk, Demario Douglas, JSN, JMO, Dobbs, and Cans. Oh, I remember this one. Pitts, Michael Mayer, the 102, 106, 108, 202, and a 25 first. Recommendations on next moves, trade ideas, etc. What do you think, Shane?
Can you go back to the first part?
Of course, it's a 10. It's a 1 QB start 10. We don't know how many teams Blitz has. 10,
my first
12.
thought is you have way too much equity in the quarterback position, and that's why I needed you to go back just to make sure that I wasn't mishearing that, misknowing that. Way too much equity there. If I could move off of Jesus to at least 2 of those dudes, I would. I don't know what you're going to get.
Let's assume nobody wants them. I mean, so you just have to try to liquidate. But the problem is it's a 1 QB start 10. It's probably only a 10 team. Sorry, I cut you off there, but
yeah, it's fine. I mean, recommendations for next moves. You obviously need wide receivers. Ayuk is your
yes.
best wide receiver. Your running backs are completely fine with the chain, Gibbs and B-Rob, and then Cans. I see. Can we trade the 108 for a wide receiver straight up? The 106 for a wide receiver straight up. The 102, we're taking Neighbors. I mean, if we can't move it for something else.
Yeah.
I'm at the point where I might use the 25 first to get another wide receiver.
The cops aren't used to you streaming on a Saturday at 7:20.
Fuck the police.
Oh, nice. You do the first earmuffs at 29 minutes.
I mean, if you gotta respect that. If you're our age, you know.
And you're in Philly, man. You have like a pass to say like whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember him listing out this team and he was naming like Mingo and all sorts of stuff. Like it was canny. I had to edit this one. So yeah, let's assume quarterback, you can't get rid of them. 102, what are you doing? Are you just taking, it's obviously 1 QB, just taking Neighbors?
Yeah. Yeah.
106. I don't know if Bowers is going to be there, but I would just draft him for the value. What did he name? Pitts and Mayer. If he's there, I'm taking him. What do you think, Shane? I mean, yeah, you can be flexible. We could talk all sorts of things moving up, back, but
Yeah, if the choice is between like Bowers and Brian Thomas or Roma Dunze, yeah, I'll be going Bowers. I'm not going to take a wide receiver just because I need a wide receiver. But at 102, I'm definitely taking a wide receiver. But yeah, look, you're going around the league and saying, is there any? I would say try to shop Gibbs, but I don't want to. And Chain and Gibbs are on my exempt list from the running back hatred.
that's the problem. Like I'm sure he can't move a quarterback. And those are the only, I mean, there's a couple other valuable pieces on his team, but his value is in running back. And he's got JSN. Yeah, and all I could find in there was JMO and Dobbs. So I think he needs to take this to 25. I'm liquidating a couple quarterbacks and yeah, I'm totally down to tear down from Gibbs, HN. Wonder what the crowd would think on this. Sorry that to the 162 eyeballs that these hammer streams are preloaded per se. Go ahead, Shane.
Yeah, no, I mean, we already talked about. I'm trying to liquidate some quarterbacks. See, does anyone want to buy?
Yep.
I'd be trying to sell high on Demario Douglas. Apparently, people still like Jameson Williams because every time I say something bad about him, someone pops up out of nowhere and is like, "You don't know what you're talking about." So,
yeah,
sure. See if we can get some sell JMO for anything. Can I add him and pop Douglas together and JSN and go get me a real legit wide receiver, something like that too?
we have a TikTok from way back in the day that we posted where we were saying we're talking about Amon-Ra kind of trashing JMO in the reel, and everybody laid into it saying JMO's gonna be the Batman to Amon-Ra the Robin. And I would love to go back and look at those comments now. That's got to be a lot of fun. MD Moose, thank you for the hammer. It is a 12-team Superflex, half PPR, start 10, 6-point per passing touchdown. This roster is a disaster. Minshew, Ritter, Cans at running back, Dobbs, Elijah Moore, QJ, Myers, Treylon Burks, McBride, Goddard at tight end, has the 101, 4, 5, 9, 11, and then has 3 early seconds. Given this team is such a mess, how would you proceed from here? Thanks. You guys are the best. Appreciate you.
This roster is a disaster. We've got, let's see how many players we would actually want to keep going forward. Minshew, no. Ritter, no. Cans, well, no. Dobbs, sure. Elijah Moore, no. QJ, no. Myers, sure. Burks, no. McBride, yes. Goddard, sure. Well, here's the thing. You've got 1,000 picks. You've got the 101, so we could add a quarterback right there. I would not go wide receiver here, but you could add both quarterbacks that you want in this draft. You could add Caleb Williams right there, and then Drake May or Jaden Daniels at 104. 105, add Malik Neighbors. 109, you know what? Let's add another quarterback, JJ McCarthy. It looks like he might go off the board before that. I might even trade one of those seconds with that 109 to go up and get them. So I have 3 quarterbacks and hope that one of them hits. Since
you call that 3, yeah, I know, because of the Minshew Ritter on the bench. No, that sounds good. Yeah, and obviously anytime we get to the 111, totally down to pump back to 25 if that's on the table.
And you're probably not going to be good in 25 either. So, and I saw this in one of our leagues, and someone was trying it on me, and I would not do it. Offer that 202 and 204 to everyone in the league, each separately, to everyone in the league for a 26 first. If you're 27, yeah. I saw one of those deals today. That wasn't it. There was other stuff involved too. But basically, this is going to be a couple-year rebuild. So there's nothing wrong with trying to get a pick in 26 too. Because honestly, you could use that starting next year is really a significant piece.
Yeah, on that team, everything is on the block. Whatever you had in there. I think tight end, McBride and like that was his only McBride and Pitts or something like that. Or Goddard.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. So
hold on. Oh, I got breaking news. Okay, well, that was not it.
From T-Mill with
there we go.
Oh, T Mill says, by the way, I got that trade for CD and Swift done. Nice. Thank God. Ugh, I wouldn't have been able to sleep tonight. Thank you for
There we
putting
go.
that up. Good stuff. A hammer from Brian S. Thank you very much. It's a 10-team start 10, 1 QB. It's going to be super flex in 2026. Congratulations. You laid the foundation. Tell the league that it's switching. Herbert and Love at quarterback in the meantime. Pollard, Jones, Henry, Ty Chandler at running back. AJ Brown, Wilson, ARSB, T, Garrett Wilson, Cup, Addison McLaurin, Schultz at tight end has the 102, 3 and the 203. The trade is give AJ Brown, Cup in the 102, get Chase in the 104. Oh, yeah, I have to take this in too. My initial reaction was like, yes, right? Let's see if he's
No,
let's
I
see if
mean,
he's
mine.
let's see if he's competitive though. I need to reread this. 10 team, start 10, 1 QB. Okay. Pollard, Aaron Jones, Henry. I like his running back room as is. I don't see the need to do this right now. Shane, do you? You give AJ Brown, Cooper Cup, and the
No,
102 for Chase and the 104?
no, and I got to be honest with you. Even without the cup, just 102 and AJ Brown, I'm not trading that for chasing the 104. The
Yeah.
102, the flexibility of what the 102 is, especially in a one quarterback league. Oh, let's strike that conversation. The 102 is so much more valuable than the 104 in this format. It's one quarterback league, start 10,
Yes.
only 10 teams. It's more scarce or scarcer if you speak English. Sometimes I do. I'm going to hold on to AJ Brown because this is going to be AJ Brown
On
and
Malik
again
Neighbors.
Malik Neighbors, and you already have Cup versus Chase and Dunze. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I think
Yeah.
so. No, I'm going to hold on.
Sounds good. All right. Thank you for that, Hammer Brian. Matthew, thank you for yours. It's a 12-team PPR 1 QB start 8, 3 of which are wide receivers. Quarterbacks, Watson and Young. Running backs, Bijan, Roshan. Wide receivers, JSN, Dell, Rice, Downs. Tight ends are Pitts and Ferguson. I have the 102, 107, 109. I'm trying hard to trade up to the 101 and acquire the 103 or 104. Any advice, gentlemen, on how to take the next step? Thank you all so much for all you do. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, thanks to community too. I mean, what we did for anybody who's relatively new, we did super chats for the longest time, but we decided to move everything over to buy me a coffee, buy me a hammer. The rake is so much better, and it's a cool vibe over there because it is like supporting creator style. So, anyway, thank you very much for your continued support, which is now in the form of a hammer, not a super chat.
Yeah, not
Okay.
not not for nothing. YouTube kind of just bends you over the barrel, and then
I
just
mean, I love
it,
YouTube, right? Like
whew.
that's like this is our home. But yeah, like the super chats, we're putting in work building a community, and you're gonna be like, oh, nicely done building that community. We'll take 30%. 30% right off the rip.
All
Just
right,
for yeah.
one QB start 8. Got Bijan, JSN, Dell, Rice, Downs, blah, 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 blah. He's got the 102, 107, 109. So he said he's trying to trade up for the 101 and the 103 and the 104. That's not going to happen,
He
my
says,
friend.
I'm trying to trade up to 101 and acquire one. Yeah, no, I'm going the other way on this one. Even though it's a start 8, do you have the firepower to be able to buy it this year? No,
I,
right?
I mean, you
Deshaun
can.
Watson, Bryce Young. I mean, you're hoping that one of them are, yeah, you're hoping for a solid outing, but not a hammer. Bijan is the only running back. Wide receivers in a start 8, and he has to start 3 of them. Has JSN, Tank Dell, Rashi Rice, and Downs, and then Pitts and Fergie. This team can.
In a start 8, legitimately, the only 2 wide receivers I'm even comfortable starting are Dell, and that's Dell. I'm completely on board starting. Rice, I'd be a little scared. Yeah, no.
Yeah, do not try to trade up and then also try to get yourself the 103 and 104. I'd say easy a little bit. Yeah, I'm trying to win this thing in 2025. I don't want to get cute in 24. I don't know. You hate to do that to start 8, right? Like punt any year,
Yeah,
but
that's the thing. So I mean, let's look at this. Let's go the other way. So I wouldn't be trading up to the 101, that's for sure, because I'm not giving up 2 assets to do that. But if I got to make the pick at 102, obviously it's neighbors. Can I move the 107 and the 109 to get to the 103 or 4 and get Brock Bowers? I'm just thinking this through. Then you've
yeah.
got 1, 2, 3. No, it's still not enough in a start 8. So I mean,
I'm
I'll take.
moving Bijan too, man. I'm moving Bijan and these 107, 109 to 25. That running back class, if you're ready for it at that time,
Yep.
is gonna be freaking nasty. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going the other way, Matthew. Hopefully that helped you out. Okay, so Cameron, thank you for your hammer. Appreciate it. It is a 10-team super flex PPR 1.5 for tight end, start 10. Allen and Young at quarterback, Achan and Cans at running back, Puka, Ayuk, Nico, and then Laporta, Cade Otton. As far as picks, the 102, 202, 206, and 8 has an inbox offer. Achan, Nico, Bryce Young, 102, 206 for Amon Ra, St. Brown, Goff, 103, 303.
Okay. There's a lot going on. So let's just look at it this
How
way.
do we combine to get Amon Ra St. Brown? Would it be Achan plus Nico is Amon Ra? I don't like trades like this. I don't like trades like this. Tighten it up. What does everybody want? What do both sides want here? You know, I'd like
Mhm.
to put this into Chat GPT and be like, hey, take out a couple pieces here. I want a running back or something.
Well, let's say this, right? So Bryce Young, we can kind of kick off this trade. It's a Nico and a chain and the 102, really, for ARSB and the 103 when we're looking at the premier assets. Golf is a fine starter, I guess, in a super flex.
No,
I
but giving the 102, you saw that, right?
Yeah, and yeah, you're giving up a chain Nico and the 102 for ARSB, and then you get the
I'm not
103
doing
back in
this.
golf. Yeah, there's too much
I'm
going
not
on
doing
here.
this.
There's definitely too much going on here. This is one of those,
Just
like,
tighten up the trade. This one is yeah.
when people share trades like this in the Discord or used to be Group Me, we used to go, we're just not reading all that. I'm not reading all that, but no, it's too much going on, and it's not that we don't want to think it through. It's just there's too much going on. There's a better way to use your assets than that type of deal.
Yep. Okay, I can actually remove this one. I only have one more in the hopper here.
Well, and then we can take some questions from the crowd real quickly.
Yes, sir. 3 hammers from Gomez. Thank you very much. 12 teams, start 10, Superflex, tight end premium, PPR, have the 104. Starting QBs are Gino, Anthony Richardson, Will Levis. Should I go QB or neighbors if available? I'll say this too. This was Gomez's message on Buy Me a Hammer. He gave 3 of them, and this was his entire message. Whereas there are some dissertations on there.
There's
So I was like, my
theses.
man Gomez. And then I just like ended on that. Yeah, because we're 43 minutes. We're kind of getting a feel for this. So
Some
what do you think, Ed?
theses.
12 team Superflex, start 10, tight end premium, have the 104, and then he's got just A Rich and Levis basically at quarterback. Should he go QB or neighbors if available? 104.
I mean, I think that's an important thing he just noted, or neighbors if available, because there's a very good chance that neighbors is off the board by then. He's getting steamed up and more steamed up and more steamed up that he might go ahead of Drake May or Jaden Daniels or both by the time the draft rolls around. I would not be opposed to you taking a quarterback because it's not like you're exactly flush with them. Obviously, you have 3. A-Rich is the valuable one, and then there's Gino and Levis, who are both, I'll say, best crapshoots. So I'm fine going quarterback. I'm also fine
Bowers?
looking.
Bowers 104 or like kick back a couple spots
What's
and
the
maybe
premium? How many?
I know. That's
Yeah.
like let's assume let's give the benefit of the doubt that it's a 1.75, like a pretty decent premium.
Nah.
I'd rather, I mean, because look, Gino and Levis, that could be, you could have one QB in a little bit here in a super flex league. So yeah, I'm flexible. Yeah.
I wish I had some more input on what the rest of his team looked like, but yeah, you can go a
Yeah.
multitude of ways. I mean,
Yeah. Gomez. Yeah. Yeah.
if you're super thin, well, maybe we try to split that 104. If you're just really short at quarterback, well, then yes, we try to go quarterback. But it's really hard to say without knowing what the rest of your team looks
Yeah,
like.
he was very lean with his three hammers, but and feel free, Gomez, to put in the yeah, in the chat. I think you can add to the buy me a coffee thing with more context if we needed it. Okay. Let's see here. So that is the last hammer in the hopper. And for all the other ones we've got yeah, we've got some more to cover, and we got some generous like three hammers, two hammers, and even the generous one hammers for questions. What we're gonna do is hit those quote unquote prime time. So Tuesday night on our live stream there. But right now we're gonna take some questions from the crowd. It is a no hammer, no super chat conversation. Let's go. Okay, so I see you have starred here Lance Wilbur, 1 QB PPR league. I traded the 105 and the 211 for Tyreek. Freshly rebuilt, but not loving the 105.
Yeah, I like it. I'm fine with that. 1 QB, I'm assuming it's start 8 or start 9. I know Tyreek only has 2 years left, according to what he said. But betting on any player really beyond 2 years is a risk. So I'm fine with this. I like this. In a one quarterback league, yeah, I'll do this. I mean, I would think about the 105 for Tyreek in Superflex leagues. I mean, it'd have to be a very specific set of circumstances, but I would think about it.
Yeah. So we got a couple starred ones. Sandiford, our right hand man, and we have a right hand baby too. Congrats to him. That baby is probably pretty old now, though, Mr. Sandiford.
36,
Yeah,
36 years
that's
old.
it's a 7-year-old now.
Yeah.
No, and then this one is random hammer streams always make my day. Thank you for coming in and joining them. Yeah, we just appreciate consistent feedback to make sure we're doing what you like. Mike said traded Kyron for Achan straight up. Thoughts? Yeah, I saw this one earlier. I think he actually put it in the YouTube comments too, and then he's coming and putting it in here. I mean, it's a lateral move. We don't typically do a move like that, but go ahead, Shane.
I like both players.
Yeah.
A chain is obviously it's funny because Kyron was the running back too. Yet a chain is the more explosive of the two. He's more likely of the two to get that 40-point game, that 30-point game that just wins you a week. I'm fine with this. I mean, quite frankly, I prefer the chain side because if I was trading a chain away, just thinking it from these terms, I wouldn't do it for Kyron straight up. But if a chain was offered to me for Kyron, who was on my roster, I would do it. So yeah, looks like I prefer the chain side.
Yeah, for me, I think it's team dependent. If I need the potential for A Chain to be just a monster, then sure. But if I just want like a solid horse who's proved that he's a beast and he's a workhorse, catches the ball, everything. So I'm not trading Kyron for HN right now in most circumstances. They're basically the same to me. Okay, let's go. Chad Lesnar has an inbox offer. Trade Herbert, the 202 and 502. Receive CC.
CD. He did correct it earlier that he went not CC Pizza, which is not good, but actually CD.
That's what we call my dog.
CC.
CC. Yeah. So CC. Okay. So trade Herbert the 202 and get CD the 109 25 third. 12 team superflex PPR start 10. Quarterbacks are Kyler, Watson, Young. Wide receivers DJ Moore, DK, Hollywood Downs. I feel like we answered this in a hammer. Have the 102. Okay. What do you think here?
So I almost want to take you can't, but I almost want to take that he has the 102 out of the equation just because I feel like people throw that in all the time and it colors the like, oh, well, that makes this bad trade good. I'm not saying this is a bad trade, just in a vacuum, you should want Herbert over CD, right? And the 202 jumping up to the 109, is that enough of an incentive to give up Herbert for CC? I mean, look, this is if you wanted some risk in your life, this is probably yes, go CC and the 109. You still have the 102, and this is where the 102 comes into context because at the 102 you can go, all right, I can go quarterback here. Except, what if 101 goes Marvin Harrison? Is that what I was trying to say? No. What if this 101 goes Caleb Williams? Then are you going to take Jaden Daniels or Drake May over Marvin Harrison, despite the fact that you need a quarterback? Or are you just going to try to run out and see if Watson and Young will get it done? All that said, I'm okay with it.
No, I'm not doing it. I'd rather have Herbert. I mean, think of in a startup. Where did they go in the Orb League? That was a 14-team super flex. So Herbert
months
obviously
ago.
would go before months
Months
ago.
ago.
So I personally am not doing that because I would take Herbert before CD in a super flex and 109 to 202. That may be kind of the same thing. So I see that as trading Herbert for CD, and I'm not there.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd like to keep. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, I'm fine. I'll make the deal. Again, and I take more risks than Clay. I take more
wonder
risks
if
than Scott.
yeah.
I'm okay with risk, and in all aspects of my life, I figure if I haven't died of age yet, that I can make a risky trade because I'm probably going to be okay.
Yeah, and here's you're gonna be fine. We're all gonna be just fine. We have each other's shoulders to cry on. Shane is my spirit animal. He's my life coach. I know. Set the bar high. Theo Darling. This was just a comment on that Mahomes deal where the league said that he got smoked. Just saying that it was a smash for him as well. Yeah.
Yes.
Keep trading in that league.
And then just a couple people got my reference was
yes.
to
Oh, yeah, I
NWA.
did too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't a quote just from me. I forget how old I am sometimes. You know what I mean? That like there's a ton of people that don't even know who NWA are that probably watch us. But read up. Great.
Yeah. And that, what was the name? I stop and watch it every time it's playing. What's that movie? It was like Ice Cube. It was the
Straight Outta Compton, wasn't
Straight
that
Outta Compton. Yeah, what a great movie that was. I was worried when I first saw the previews and stuff. It could be a bust. It is the exact opposite.
Yeah, no, it was a very good movie.
John Fisher put 3 hammers in here. Thank you very much. 10-team PPR, start 9, no tight end premium, 1 QB. Hurts, Anthony Richardson, Murray. ETN, Pollard, JT, Spears at running back, Puka, Devontae Smith, Garrett Wilson, Addison, Tank, and then as Hawk and Goddard at tight end. Traded the 103, 104, 106 for CD and Brees. Did I win the trade? 10-team, 1 QB, start 9.
Yes, you won the trade. So 1 QB, start 9. Right? Yes. Dude, yeah, you absolutely smashed CD and Brees. As a matter of fact, I think I feel like I've seen this before, but yes, you smashed that CD and Brees. You gave up 3 firsts for 2 players that are probably worth, I don't know, let's just say 4.5 firsts, if not 5 firsts. So yeah, you absolutely smashed that deal, dude.
Crush it. Okay, Nate says he's got a trade scenario here. So trade Stroud and Olave for Kyler plus 1 of Chase, JJ, or Lamb.
Yes. Absolutely. Yeah. Definitely. That's people not respecting Kyler, man.
It is. Yeah. And you kind of want to, when I see this too, I kind of want to strip the owner of one of those wide receivers too. Give me 1 of the top 3. I don't know. Just hold more value. He's got a stranglehold right now. I just want to get 1, and that's cheap enough. Okay. And then Shane is the GOAT, perfect life coach Clay. Yeah, A-Town. Maybe we don't need to have our performance review next month, the life coach spirit animal thing. Okay, what else we have here, Shane? We'll hit it.
Wrap.
Yeah, let's do this real quick, and then we'll wrap it.
I'm about to go. I got to eat dinner. I got to microwave the queso and get the nachos out of the bag. And it's a lot of dinner right there.
That's right. And we have something else coming up tonight. Soon here, actually. We are doing a Dynasty Trades in 5 on Garrett Wilson. our Discord members, patreon.com/all gas. Our Discord members, they decided that we're going to do Garrett Wilson. They voted on the poll. So yeah, we're doing it live.
Close.
Me, Shane, and Scott here in, I don't know, 20-ish minutes. We'll see you soon. I'm going to end this one.